All right, all right, my fault. All right, that's cool. Safer anyways. Though. All right, what's up? What's up? There we go. Something like that. Ooh, and then that's how you feel. Okay, that's how I feel. All right. Since an urgency, obviously, something rather important going on. Let's see what's popping for it going on for the Consciousness Collector today. We see this got it's our it's a time of awareness. Time of awareness for sure. I'll pull the top card. Some kind of defeat. There's a time of awareness right now. So maybe some talking to you collective, the viewer. So it might be like maybe how you feeling at this point is cloudy, like so because of what you persevere through so much that either way you're gonna be all right. You already know this. Like you kept yourself out of situations where the worst outcome you know now is no longer the worst outcome because it could be worse, but you've been better as far as how you moving. So from the way you're ascended on your consciousness with your connection on your motion with intention, from you always looking for the bright side, as they call it, but realistically aware of the situation. Like, you know, if they're doing something out of spite, you still know it's out of spite, but you assess the damages of what is this spite can actually conflict. And when you realize that the only damages this spite can conflict is just self inflicted from you consciously dwelling on it or giving it power over you that doesn't exist, because if it did, it would have been imposed on you because it did what it could do, which ended up to being nothing but something that you defeated. You understand? That's what's happening right now. That is what's happening. So that's what's at hand, is defeat, because it's still bright. You see, it's like bright pink right there in the middle, and then it's purple. So it's like cloudy to you is what I'm getting out of this, but you still know it's bright because it's still bright. Look, pink is a bright color, so that's your future right now. You know it's bright, and you optimistic about it. I guess you're just like you working on it. Look, it's lit in the middle. You feel me? It's lit in the middle. Look beautiful for real. Look, it's lit in the middle, and the grass is green. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? On both sides, and you ain't even worried about the side because you going above. Feel me? And the trees green too. Look at that. Look at them leaves, palm trees type deal. That's looking beautiful right there. So yeah. Now, if it's the other hand of that, it was some the grass you thought was greener on the other side, but you found out it wasn't because, like I said, it was the same. You feel me? And you're so focused on the brightness you got right here, but it's not everywhere like you want it to be yet, that you is missing the beauty of what's going on in the middle. That's why it's cloudy, because you still know you're good either way. So, even if it was defeat to you on how you was taking it with your understanding, then you know that this defeat is nothing. It's like a game you losing right now because you're missing your free throws, and all you gotta do is dial in, and you gonna make the rest of your free throws. You get this victory. So like I said, even your defeat either way right now, you know that you're doing all right now, because at the end of the day, your center was still is lit. You feel me? Because your intentions is still been working good. That's why you want to stay working on your connection. You know what I mean? Staying spiritually conscious so you can stay aware of what's going on and focus on your attentions for more than 10, 15 minutes, and know that other things is going to be trying to throw them off, and then you'll see it's beautiful, you know what I mean? Like, it's been beautiful. If you look at your life, it has been art the whole time, you know what I mean? It has been art, it's been beautiful, too, it's been beautiful right there. It's been art. It's popping out, all right? That's what I was waiting on. And you got the Empress right there, so that means your art is being strong. You feel me? It's strong. It's drawing. It's endearing. It's captivating. You know what I'm saying? Your art is having people gravitate it in. You know what I mean? And those that's not accepting that is was wishing for it to be ruined, but your ruin with your what I'm saying, skills is still bright, as you can see, like the orange, still bright. Cause your mindset, you on a strong level, the Empress. So your art still bright, and you ain't let nobody. You kept dominion over it. I remember I was reading on that. You kept the dominion over your art. You ain't letting, because if you wouldn't have had dominion over it, they'd be able to ruin it and try to make you make it out to be a mockery. But You never sold your heart. You kept dominion over it. I'm looking at what kind of, then this is like a vulture and that bright orange, and that look like that's probably what's in ruin because it's two halves to everything. But it look like you tamed the beast with your heart. So really, the vulture's still eating. You just it ain't eating off you. You able to help control it. You told the vulture it gotta chill and be cool right now. Otherwise, So it's all mentality. Is a defeat because you kept control over your art. You feel me? And you mastered it. You know what I'm saying? Because the Empress, you was one of the top tiers, and now they gonna want a truce because that's all you was on is getting what you needed, right? Now truce. You're gonna be hearing about that. You know what I mean? Or the truce is in the truth you've been still telling. You feel me? You know what I mean? That's the four swords right there. So you stand strong with it, straight up. So yeah, this came on. But you know what? I missed the table, but I looked at it though. So this was the cleanest sword, and to me, we could take that with a grain of salt, right? But still, if you did, you could take it the same as this. You feel me? So that's why it's not a grain of salt because all this matter. You feel me? But a grain of salt be a lot. If you season your food and I pick my booger and just put a grain of booger juice right on there in front of you, would you be cool with that? That's what I'm saying. So grain, so hey, Queen of Swords right now is smacking. So hey, this is still real deal. Take this as a resonate, but that's what's going on right now. Man, I was just wondering in my head, like, what's next? And it was like, oh, snap, oppressor, oppression. Oh, yeah, it is oppression going on. It's how you look at it. Are you being oppressed with your mind, like I said, by being foggy right now because you feel a mental defeat because your art is blossoming and it still ain't there yet. You gotta remember, it's still springtime is when things get the seeds get the what sprouting. Yeah, they ain't blooming yet, right? The stuff get and right now. I think the time you in, this is when you probably start planting stuff, right? I don't know if we got any farmers in here. Let us know. This is when you start planting your crops, right? Bam, what's that? Safety. Man, sure wish I knew that definition. When I hear that, it sounds like safety to me. Like it's ups, it's 10 of them. I'm thinking that yeah, it's safety. You know what I'm saying? I can look up the 10 of cups real quick just because I be on it like that. So let me go ahead and grab my. You gonna get the book on them. Pull up the 10 of cups, man. I like that. You know. Where's my book at? Here we go. 10 of cups. Ugh. We're gonna have the Queen of Swords, But the 10 of cups. 10 of cups, man. What's the Pentacles, man? We not five, 8, 9. Oh, 10 of cups right there, boy. Cause see the 10 at the top, and then the cups. See them, and then it says cups in the bottom. This is the Thoth deck. 10 of cups, 10 of cups. The Thoth, Aleister Crowley deck too. But 10 of cups, it says tender words and sympathy brings the best results. Speak from your heart. A sudden flirtation or love affair is likely. Food and drink become more appealing now, so try not to overdo it. And I was talking about your cups being, you know what I'm saying? So hey, it's talking about love too. I don't be talking about love too much. So whenever it's that part, you ain't gonna really get too in depth on that for me. But yeah, love. Oh yeah, cause spring, right? So love, that is when you plant your seed. That is love. Dang, that's crazy. You see how that works out? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even be like I said, I ain't even know I love you W like that right now. You feel me? But I said you this is the time probably I was asking for clarification basically, remember? I was asking like, man, isn't this probably like the time? I said, cause if there's any farmers or something out there, I remember asking. I said, is there any farmers out there? Let me know. Because it seems like this is the time you plant the seeds. if you wanted to sprout in the spring, right? You probably start playing them now. You know what I mean? So, and I was asking, and then this came out with the Ten of Cups talking about love and stuff. And actually, if you think about it for real, love, when you really in love or making love, that's when the mess around the seed get planted. Or at least the attempt to plant the seed, you know what I'm saying? That mess around to be when you this is what I was waiting to tap into is this part of everything. This the love, the seed being planted, that mess around to be like the part where you got her phone number or she gave you her phone number and you just got off the phone in your first conversation. Like you already texted and everything, so you already knew you guys are cool, but you just ended the actual conversation on the phone after you just got a number. Whatever time that could be, 3 days, 3 hours, whatever. Is the point is that's that love part right there. Like that could be that planting that seed part right there. Like you just ended that first conversation. Cause everything starts with one, right? See, I'm not Miss Cleo or nobody, nothing like that. Not being a hater or nothing like that. I'm not anybody. Whoever your favorite motivational, I like David Goggins in him. You know what I mean? I like David Goggins. That's my dude. You know what I mean? He a great motivational person because he really put his feet to the fire. Right? But I'm not David Goggins. I'm me, the Big Chief. But yeah, so it was like love right there, planting that seed. You feel me? Even the fact that I pulled out the book for clarification, boom, just let all that plant the seed. So yeah, it's like so this must be them this probably be the I ain't gonna lie, man. This probably be the time where you end up in the relationship with the person that you end up marrying and stuff when you meet them during this time, because this is the time where you guys could have just finished being single because everybody gonna be wanting to mingle and stuff in the spring and the summer. You know what I mean? So right now, this month right here, these 2 months would be like why would you want to meet somebody right now? You know what I'm saying? And then like if you did talk to somebody right now, neither one of you was asking each other for nothing, then mess around be the ones you end up marrying. I don't know, because I never been married. So I'm just saying what I'm tapped into. Like this is, what I mean? I'm tapped into the frequency of love right now. It seems like since we done had me looking all up and then shoot, the most high consciousness is gonna show you this real. So but it had to take me there. You gotta go there to know there. I didn't ask. I asked though, but I did indirectly. You signed the contract. They said before you were here. But yeah, so I'm just want to let y'all know, man, you good. Still doing good, man. Like, hey, remember, man, what's when you see your relatives and stuff at like a family reunions and stuff like that. Ooh, Ten of Swords. We're gonna look this up and get this exactly. Ten of Swords right here. He looking sad, man. Looking like somebody sad. I want to see where that's going. But we're gonna keep talking about pull that up. Ten of Swords. But yeah, like when you see it, dang, I'm talking about themselves like at the family reunion, but not at dinner with family. But yeah, when you see yourself like at the family reunion and stuff, like I was saying, like, man, that threw me off, man. Because you're talking about love and planting that seed. And at the family reunion, like, yeah, like, I know stuff in your life, like, you might be going through a time that you might feel like it's messed up. Dang, that's what I was saying. But I'm still talking about love because it is. You know what I'm saying? And then this is what came out, right? Because we doing this, we tapped into the consciousness collective, the collective consciousness. So yeah, I was saying like, so love, like, you see, I know messed up things be happening and stuff, but like if you really think about it, and I point up the Ten of Swords too, but if you really think about it, right, like it seemed like half of the cool stuff you be talking to your relatives about when you see each other, you finally meet up with each other, like your family reunions, or like, whenever y'all do link up, it's like, don't it seem like half the stuff y'all talk about is the messed up stuff that happened to y'all that you still survive? Now I think the part that we're supposed to be doing now is trying to figure out how to keep from that. And then if we did figure it out, share that information in the conversation as well. I think we keep how we got to the solution so that shit don't happen again to ourselves instead of expressing that. And I think that's why the bad stuff happen more often. Yeah, whenever you get together with your people and you talking about the bad things you persevere, like make sure you speak on how you got to the solution or what helped you persevere. Like how did you get that idea? How'd you get to that plan? How did that happen? Like speak on that as well, so that way the universe know that you like to persevere through things more than just actually going through it. So we can see how that balance out. 'Cause that's what I want our squad to be on. We on that perseverance together. So, anyways, Ten of Swords. It was trouble in personal relationships have been weighing on your mind. Your ability to solve problems can be determined only when you apply what you know and feel. So yeah, like I said, talking about your family reunions, man. Like if you think about it, well, most of the time, half of the things y'all talking about is the bad things that happen that you persevered through because you still alive to see each other. Otherwise, you wouldn't be there. That's why you glad to see family. And y'all need to do this more often, right? Look what came up. Come on, man. Y'all end up being there all night, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all there all night, bro. We talking about I don't even be up this late, man. Y'all still on there, bro. We talking about I don't even be up this late. You already with your family and stuff. Talking about all the things to catch y'all up. Like, hey, man, then now y'all sitting there telling each other, like, man, next time you should hit me up. I probably be up with you. It's like, man, you might be, man. It's like, man, if you can't depend on family, who can you depend on? And it's like, and that's true, right? But now I'm here, the big chief, and that's basically the purpose of me. So, as you can see, I'll be up all times at that time. So, you can hit me up. You feel me? You know what I mean? So yeah, the big chief here with you. Up. You feel me? So if you feel like this, or you feel like it's other people around you going through that, and you the one dodging all the swords, and that's why you up, because you like, man, I'm cool, but I'm weaving them. You can still check me out, bro. Holler at me. I got you. I'm up with you. We gonna be good. When you see these starving, you know what I'm saying? They don't be starving, man. So we gonna eat. We gonna be up here. What's eating us? What be eating us? Yeah, man. We got work too. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. So it's like, yeah, I said straight up, they want you upside down. They want you to have the hang, you know what I mean? But you good. That's why they think you lucky. Like, how are you doing that? Great tales come from those. They try to do that too, and it didn't work out that way. Or however you take it. Sometimes that's the way you play. You know what I mean? You mess around and jump out a tree like that doing a prank. You know what I'm saying? Some kids are like that. The world will have you feeling like you upside down. You know what I mean? But shoot, hey, especially if you dealing like that, if you feeling like you all dodging them things, you would feel like you upside down or got under. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I'm here with you, and you got your. And remember, them gonna be the stories you telling your peoples about at the family gathering. Like, yeah, man, I was out there like, oh, snapper the rapper. Man, I thought I wasn't gonna make it, Fambo. You gonna be like, man, thought it was over for me, man. Thought they had me like that, man. Thought they had me as Johnny No Good, Mr. Back Broken, Mr. Batman after Bane. They forgot I was in the hole. Didn't even know I was there though. But you know what? You was good, cause you feel me. And you came, woo woo. You feel me? Ooh, wow. You know what I'm saying? Over that. So then it ended up being like, hey, you feel me? Like, yeah, I had a situation like that when I really thought about it because I moved, but then I didn't know. But that's how it be getting down, because of the love. You feel me? So defeat is what's at hand for the collective for what's going on with this message. Remember, so defeat is what at hand because the way you handle things. That, like I said, it could be cloudy for you, but you know in the center it's so good, it's lit. You got the ones trying to, because they couldn't take over your art. You maintained your art, you feel me? So, you got them feeling ruined. The vulture was against you, but now you got them with you because you got it tamed, because you manifesting to be the, you know, you ain't the puppet, you mastering. So, leaving that in ruin because you got it under control, but it's not in ruin because it's a truce. You feel me? How you gonna have them chilling, but you good, how you got it, you feel me? Because you got your art. That's why they feel like it's a defeat. But, that's how it's going. And you get with your family and stuff on the millions and stuff, and you gonna be talking about how you was up, and you tell me how you thought it was over with, how you know you ain't gonna make it, and you try to have all on you, baby, but they didn't. They couldn't do nothing with you, but a different clarification. Bam, they couldn't do nothing with you, and the Hierophant pops out. Okay, let's check the book one time for the one time, just because I said for clarification. So if I wanted for clarification, why wouldn't I want to just check him out? That's the point of knowing what the other do. You feel me? And I could have still went off the thing. You feel me? What we gonna go with? Follow the path that is familiar. You heard me? Follow a path that is familiar. That's like dealing with the family at the reunion. The family, the DNA is more familiar. Follow the path that is familiar. Now's a good time to show how conventional you can be. Your public image and status with your friends and community are great concern to you now. Don't sacrifice your beliefs or freedoms for status. Keep alert to the outside world. Keep alert to the outside world. So that's the point. You keep it alert to the outside world. Keeping alert to the outside world is being having consciousness experiences dealing with the outside world, you feel me? And by dealing with the outside world, it leads you to feeling like, or where you had to have your dodger, you had a dodger. You trying to sleep, but they throwing swords at you while you trying to sleep. You try to get your rest, they trying to hit you with the ooh whoppies, you feel me? But you, like I said, at night owl, you good, you seen the experience, you already knew that these ooh whoppies they throwing at you wasn't gonna land because you was blessed and highly favored like that. So you knew that you was good, and these was gonna be future tales you're gonna be letting your family know about when you get to them, because they was trying to get them out the way too. You feel me? They was trying to have them uh out the game, out the way. That's why the hangman was around. But like I said, you came on like bang. So you knew that's what it is by being connected. You feel me? You was like, these gonna be future stories. So it wasn't nothing but chaotic blessings. You know what I'm saying? It was just chaotic blessings when it came to the understanding because you was lacking it. But you knew that if you just sat in it and just, you know what I'm saying, stayed conscious of what's popping, it was gonna eventually come from clarification. And now you can tap into the chief right here, and I'll get you together because we right here, bro. They gonna let me know, bro. They gonna be like, he ain't hitting them cards like how we do. Too many came out, so we throw them back. I could took, or I take them off. You know what I'm saying? But I just touched it, so I want them. We working, so they want to put in some work. They said, no, we can do it. If they wanted to come out, they gonna have to come out. They said, we got this. Bam. They said, I better catch that. Resentment. Yeah, a lot of people being resentment, looking back, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Maybe even some of your friends and family might be in resentment looking back while you happy looking back on your night out. You feel me? They might be in resentment because they might have been trying to take over where you was at, trying to be your brother's slayer. You never know. They might have been trying to put a fork in you and leave you done. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but that's between you and you right now. You know what I'm saying? Or they might have been in support of you. You know what I mean? They might have been in resentment of the fact that you did have family that was supporting you. You know what I mean? It depends on how it's going, collective. You know what I'm saying? Yin and yang, you dig? So, hey, how's it going with you on that? I don't know. We'll see what's going to come out for more to know. What's up? Tell me something about dealing with this resentment. What type of resentment we got going on? Oh, you got Ty. I think they're supposed to be the creator in Egyptian Poetry. I believe Ptah is supposed to be the creator of everything. For real, I think that's what that's supposed to be. So your skill is what it say right here. Though, your skill left them green and envy is what it is. It was a resentment of your skill, boy. You feel me? So there's some in resentment of your skill. Then there was some, trying to help prepare you for resentment because they already knew you had that skill where it was going to be like that. So it just depends on how you see it, what's going on. But yeah, it's resentment for your skill. So you must be very talented, especially connected with me. You must be good at doing different ways of doing things. You know what I mean? You must be somebody that, even though everybody might use CapCut on TikTok, you might be one of the people that know how to put two videos and then remix it with CapCut on there and let AI just flip it together. Or TikTok, you might take two of your videos and have TikTok to redo the remix of your CapCut already. And then let them resent me because you got views because you just swagged out together like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't use it, but I'm not a hater. They got some cool little programs on there. I know I could have used it, but it looked like I don't know. I like to work out on my own in private than work out in the gym with everybody watching. So maybe it's like that. But the way I do it, I could do it no matter what on anything. So yeah. But I still got limitations because I'm learning too, practicing on my skills like you. So that's why I'm rocking with y'all. Because I be learning from y'all, so I ain't in resentment. Let me know what you do. I can, at this point, I'm willing to start. I want to start following y'all back. So if I start seeing y'all follow me, but I need them to comment and stuff, though. I can't just be following people that ain't supporting. So yeah, I'm getting close to. I'm trying to figure out who I'm supposed to follow back. So I'm gonna get to a point where I'm gonna be able to follow some of y'all back because I really know how to interact with people content. So yeah, but if I interact with the wrong people and they neglected my skills, they'll make me feel like I'm in resentment. I can't do that because I ain't trying to be. I'm winning too with you. So like I said, y'all winning, got them feeling defeat because at what had said is they wanted you defeated, but you not defeated because you kept control of your arts. You got control of your arts. And that's why you leaving them in resentment. But you big with it. You like they got the Empress, take it as you resonate. This could be for a female. So you might be a boss at your job, but you also working independently where you do something else. And this could be a male, could just take it as a resume. The point is the power of the piece. And the power of the piece is you move it how you want to with something independently and you kept the ownership of it. And hopefully it's dealing with your way of life and your finances and and your talents. As long as you maintain, if you can keep ownership of your dream, your skills will make other people be in resentment, right? Because they want you in the darkness. But when you got the skills of knowing the manifestation that got them caused to defeat right now, collective, I'm getting the fact that you enlightened on the fact that you know that the darkness, like you were saying, that darkness, when you're over here with the story to tell your family about, right? As you tell the family about how they wanted you laid out and over with, you feel me? The darkness, you feel me? The darkness they wanted you in. You knew that the light was gonna come through anyways. Remember how I was telling you about yeah, we was connected. Yeah, the light about it on how the oppression they wanted you in, right? But you was too strong for it. Too strong still. Top tier too strong, right? With your art, your dream, your passion. Got them feeling defeated. Because you got the light out the darkness because you know how to alchemize it from the constant connection. You got the big chief here helping you with it. Hey, for the bottom of the deck, for clarification, before we get up out of here, what is it? And then you see it. And then I'm going to look at it. Oh, yeah. Sister Beginning, the Genesis, man. Sister Beginning, man. You was already good for real since the beginning. That's why they say you gotta have faith. You know what I'm saying? Or they say keep hope alive. And shout out to you know the ancestor, one of the ancestors. Reverend Jesse Jackson. That's one of the ancestors now, right? Shout out to him because since the beginning, right? They're all talking about how you should keep positive vibrations and positive thoughts working towards your goals, no matter how much people try to oppress you. You gotta have the belief to know that you are loved and you matter. You know what I mean? No matter what kind of resentment of the darkness or the darkness they want you in, and the resentment they carry with it, and the skills that you have that they want to act like you didn't have, right? Because your ancestors will want you to know, right? And the ancestors, bro, when you do the ancestors, like this real out here, bro. Like the ancestors could be how you want to look at it. Like you could look at it as, okay, let's say you in America, right? Well, if you claim yourself as American, then some of the ancestors of American could be the people that are known in this country for things regardless. You know what I'm saying? So like basically anybody in America who's written down on something, or documented or something to the point that we still know this person existed, whatever they did, good or bad, that'll be an ancestor of this country. That's why they be saying like all your ancestors may not be giving you good game or good knowledge or good wisdom or good truths, because that's why some people could be on the wicked side, as they say, right? And they'll tap into they can tap into, maybe they could be calling on spirits, right? Or conjuring energies and things that lead to negative things, right? Because that's what they want, and manifesting that. And they be saying that's on the dark side and the dark arts or the darkness, right? But since the beginning, you feel me? Your skills since the beginning, because the clarification, since the beginning, as you see, look, got the ankh in the hand, you feel me? So since the beginning, you had spiritual practices that you was big on, right? That you got the sun on your head, and the sun got your back, right? The sun over your head, sun got your back, got the IRA watching you, right? So you still got the Most High God consciousness aware of you, right? Because that's just letting it be known, and no matter, and you shoot walking to where you going, but still draped up, dripped out, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Walking in the status that you're supposed to be, which is who you are. So consciously, you is just who you is. Therefore, you is what you is, and that is a blessing to be when you know who you are. So, hey, welcome to the Ascended Consciousness, and hopefully, you feel like that's a blessing to be who you are. And if that's not, then hey, connect with me, because we're gonna definitely get you there or work towards it. But I don't really see how you don't get there. But like I said, you have free will, so that is an option that you may not get there because you can choose not to. Free will. Other than that, rocking with me, I don't see how you ain't gonna love who you is. Because to know you is to love you anyways, right? And that's wisdom in itself, right? So appreciate your time, man. I'll be back on live more often. Just want to make sure everything I do is worthy of your time, because that's something you won't get back. So for you to share with me, I want to say thank you. It's naturally easy for me to be humble. I know that the Most High God consciousness is watching. How do I know it's watching? Because I know the Most High God conscious is aware. Because consciousness is the awareness, right? Everything with darkness to the Most High God chose to say and create and make, let there be light. You know what I'm saying? So that was a conscious decision by the Most High God, right? So the Most High God consciousness, appreciate that for being aware of me, because you can create me and forget me. So thank you. And I appreciate y'all, because you can skip me and not like me. So thank you. Because free will is real. And that's the love we got from the Most High God consciousness. So we're going to be on these vibrations of leveling up, because the true God is not jealous of us being great, because no matter how great we are, all we're going to do is give it more glory to the Most High God consciousness. Because without that, we ain't going to know the shit that we know. So It's been a pleasure. And I'll be back on because you know what? I appreciate you. So thanks. And the Big Chief has spoken. Ooh, what? Check out my videos too. Like, comment, and share. And that's real. Thanks. Now this is why my son calls me old, because